Now I would like to show you how to add the additional fonts to your website. Not only to rely on the basic system fonts like Arial, Verdana or Tahoma, but also to take the advantage of other fonts that will make our website unique. First, however, I would like to tell you why you should use the additional fonts and not base the appearance of your website only on the system fonts. First of all, the font is a very important design element. This allows us to distinguish our website from others and make it better and prettier. In order to use an additional font on our website, and in order for this font to be displayed correctly in the user's browser, we must provide this font with our website to our user. Exactly the same as we provide the images and CSS style files. I would like to show you the most popular font library that you can use for free on your website, also in commercial projects. So let's import the font into our website from the Google Fonts library. I've prepared a simple document. Let's have a look on it. All I got in my body tag is the p tag with some text. And in our head tag, I placed one rule for our p tag where I specified the font family. The font I want to use is some la 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 font, which is not a real font, which I can tell you right away. If this font would not be found, I want the Arial to be used. And if somehow the Arial cannot be found as well, I want to use the default sans serif font. At the right side of the screen, we have the preview of our project, and we can see it's not the default Times New Roman font, but it's probably not some custom la 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 font either. Any person that has something to do with the fonts can already see this is typical Arial. So what happened here? Our browser was looking for the la 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 font, didn't find it, and used the Arial font. Now let's go to our DevTools. Let's check our p tag. And in the Styles lab, we can see our CSS rules, including our la 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 font, the Arial font, and the default sans serif font. Because that's how the browsers work. We will not get any error if this font really exists or not. The browser is just looking for this font, la la la. If it doesn't find it, and it doesn't because such a font doesn't exist, it simply uses the next one, which is in our case Arial. And we can check it by going to the Computed tab, scrolling a little bit down, and here we have rendered fonts. As we can see, it's Arial, so there's nothing to discuss in this matter. So now let's import additional font to our website. All you need to do is to Google the Google Fonts phrase, and the first search result, which you can see right here, will be Google Fonts library. So let's go into it. And this is what we will get. There are many fonts you can scroll and have a look on. Here we have categories of our fonts. We can check only the serif fonts, which are not good for the websites, but you can check them. You can also check display fonts, handwriting, monospace, etc. You can check them by your own, but what we are interested in are sans serif fonts, so we can check them. And now we will get only the sans serif fonts, which will be perfect for our website. We can also choose the language of our font right here. Now we have included all languages, and it should be fine for the most of our needs. But if you go down, you have these two options, Latin and Latin Extended. Now, if you are from some European country and you want to make sure that your local characters, which are not included by default in the Latin, so also English alphabet, you can always check this option right here, which is Latin Extended. Then your problems with your local characters in the letters should be solved. But for now, Let's check the default option, which is all languages. Here we can also search by some font properties with the number of styles, thickness, slant, and width. We don't need it at this moment. Here you have a search bar. If you want to search for a font which name is familiar to you, for example, Oswald, like this, you can find it very quickly. But you can also just check for something interesting you can see on this website. Now what we want to choose is the Roboto font we can see right here. Now all we want to do is to click this font exactly like this. Here we can select the style we want. As I said about the font weight property, defined by the keywords or the numeric value from 100 to 900. This is the perfect example of those styles, of those font weights, where we can see from thin, which is 100, to black, which is 900. And as I said, just exactly as it is with the system fonts, we have bold, which is 700, and the regular, which is normal, which is 400. What we are interested in is the regular font. So all we need to do is to click this plus sign or this whole button, select this style. Let's do it. We have the side panel right now. We can also choose another style of this font. So let's choose bold as well. All we need to do is to click this plus sign once again to select this style as well. Let's do it. And we can see in our panel, we chose the Roboto font with the regular option and a bold option. Here you have a prompt how to use it on the web. We can import it with the link tag in our HTML file or with the import method where we place this instruction to our CSS file. At the bottom, we have CSS rules to specify our family with the name of our font. So this is the way to refer to the font to use it on our website. So I want to add this font with the link tag in our head tag. We have 3 link tags right here, but the important one is only the last one. But if you wish, you can copy all of them, but it's not necessary. So all we want to do is to copy this link tag right here, the last one, place it in our head tag after our title and before our custom styles. You can see it's just a link tag with the attribute of href and the attribute of rel, which is a style sheet. So it's just like if we would like to place a style sheet with our CSS file. We have a rel attribute with the style sheet and the href attribute with the path to our CSS file. But let's delete it for now. We don't need it. Now let's go back to our Google Fonts and let's use this CSS rule to specify our font family. It's the best to copy the whole thing. Let's go to our code. Let's place the CSS rule to our styles tag, just like this. And now we can see we have a font family with the Roboto font and sans serif after it. As you can see, this font is written in quotes. We could delete them. It would also work. If we want, we could also use the lowercase. It will also work. We could also place the Arial font between these fonts, but usually the default sans serif font will be Arial, so it's not necessary. And the best thing if we import such a font from Google Fonts is to not change anything at all, because there's no need for that. Now let's save our file and let's see if we can notice the difference. you can see the font has been changed. Let's check it in our DevTools. Let's click on our P tag. Go to the Styles tab. We can see our font family is Roboto. If it couldn't be found, it will be default sans serif, which would be probably Arial. But let's go to the Computed tab. Let's scroll a little bit down. And now we can see the rendered fonts. And we have a Roboto font. So it's not Arial anymore. So everything works exactly as it should. Now I want to show you what we should do if we want to import two different fonts. Like this. We shouldn't get two different links, but we should add another style to the same link. Let's get, for example, Open Sans, like this. And let's say we only want the regular Open Sans. So all we need to do is once again click the Select this style button with a plus, just like this. And now we can see in our side panel we have two families, Roboto with the regular and bold variants. We can add more styles, remove them all, we can hide it, and we have Open Sans with only regular. And now we have this link tag, including Open Sans, which you can see right here, and the Roboto, which you can see right here. And it's all included in one link tag, which we can copy, paste to our head tag, like this. Go to the Google font site once again, scroll a little bit down. Here we have all CSS rules to specify our families. As we know, now we have two font families. One is Open Sans, the second one is Roboto. We can copy it. Let's go back to our project. And a good way, if we have many font families, which names we cannot remember, is to place it at the beginning of our styles and comment it just like this. So now we can always refer to the font we want to use. For example, now we have Roboto, but let's say we want to change it to Open Sans. So we can copy this quote, place it right here. Now we have Open Sans, and if we save our file, our font on our website should be changed. Let's check it out. And we can see the difference already on our monitor. Let's check this P tag, go to the Computed tab, scroll down, and we have rendered fonts, which is now Open Sans. So this is how it works. Now you know how to import the additional fonts to your website. So let's move on.